You're listening to the Cool Audio Podcast, your escape into the world of stories, sounds, and imagination. Whether you're driving, chilling at home, or just need a moment to unplug, we've got a story just for you. So sit back, relax, and let the journey begin. The man said, "Chloe, when I first met you, I knew that one day I would make you my wife." The woman said, "When I first met you, I thought, what kind of woman would marry a man as pretty as he is?" "Honey, what is this?" Chloe covered her mouth in shock. She really hadn't expected this. "No rush. This is a good movie." Jack put his arms around Chloe and carefully wrapped a blanket around her legs. Just like that, the couple, along with almost 200 people, watched a special film on the eve of Chloe's birthday. This film starred students of the Film Academy rather than famous celebrities. Moreover, it outlined the entire story of Jack and Chloe over the years. Jack had acted as the scriptwriter of this 2-hour film. He hired a team of writers who turned the best conversations they had into lines inside the movie. Therefore, upon hearing these words, Chloe couldn't help but tear up. She didn't think that Jack would turn their story into a movie. Each scene tugged at the memories in her mind. The girl who played Chloe in the movie grew up to become the vice director of a major hospital. She went from a naive young woman to the mother of twins. As she watched the movie, Chloe felt like she was watching something from another life. As the other viewers watched the movie, they also couldn't help but wipe away the tears on their faces. The only backstory they had of Jack and Chloe was that they had a great relationship, and Jack spoiled his wife to no end. However, little did they know that so many things had happened between them. They fought against all odds, even death at times, to be together for the rest of their lives. By the end of the movie, Chloe had used up to 2 packs of tissue. "They all say that pregnant women can be emotional. I didn't think you'd be this emotional." Jack dabbed a tissue against Chloe's face. He was very gentle as he didn't want to chaff her. "I'm the goddess of tears nowadays, didn't you know?" Chloe broke into laughter amidst her tears. "I do know, goddess of tears." "Thanks, honey. That was such a great birthday present." Chloe reached out and hugged Jack tightly. "You're welcome, goddess of tears. Are you hungry? Let's go get some ramen at Ajin's." "It's late. Are they still open?" Chloe knew that since it was getting colder, less people ate at Ajin's in the evenings, so the owner often closed down early. "I'll cook for you," Jack said as he took a set of keys out of nowhere. "You got the keys?" Chloe asked, surprised. "Bingo, you're right." Then, while Chloe was still recovering from shock, the two of them headed over to Ajin's Ramen. Jack swiftly opened the restaurant doors and gestured for Chloe to sit down on one of the booth seats. Jack carefully recollected how the owner made noodles. The soup base was pre-prepared, so all he needed to do was reheat it. It wasn't until Jack handed Chloe a steaming bowl of ramen did the latter realize what she was seeing wasn't a dream. "Honey, we really won't starve to death. At least you know how to make ramen. If all fails, let's open a ramen place," Chloe joked. "Yes, ma'am. I'll make the noodles and you'll collect the money," Jack answered cooperatively. "Honey, do you know how I feel right now?" Chloe picked up a pair of chopsticks and asked Jack before she even took a bite of the noodles. "Let me guess. You must love me to death," Jack answered ever so calmly. "Ha ha, what an egomaniac." Chloe burst out in laughter. Jack ever only acted like a child in front of her. "I actually wanted to say, after everything you did for me today, I feel 10 years younger. You brought me back to adolescence." When Chloe said this, her eyes twinkled. She really did feel younger and filled with energy. "Goddess of tears, eat your food while it's hot," Jack reminded her gently. Just then, Chloe turned around to see the bodyguards sitting in cars outside the restaurant. "Honey, can you make some more for everyone? They all seem hungry, and I feel bad." She really thought Jack would refuse. However, he got up and headed back into the kitchen. "Tell them to come in." Upon hearing this, Chloe immediately waved her hands with excitement. "Come in, everyone!" More than a dozen bodyguards came out of several cars, walked into the restaurant, and sat down. "Young madam, you're saying that Mr. Dawson's making us noodles?" one of the bodyguards asked, looking dumbfounded. No, not just noodles. Ramen, actually. They're delicious. I'm almost done with my bowl, Chloe said proudly. We shouldn't burden Mr. Dawson like that. The bodyguards were all used to Jack and his iceberg face. Don't worry about it. He's actually a really good person. He's just a little quiet. Don't worry, just enjoy, all right? Chloe and the bodyguards then chatted about the movie they just saw. They all knew that the young madam was personable, so some of the gossipy people even asked about Chloe and Jack's story. Chloe talked excitedly as Jack cooked. From time to time, he would glance at his wife and look at her as she gestured and beamed at the crowd. He loved Chloe so much when she was being a worryless, happy young woman. He wanted to protect her happiness for as long as he could. After dinner, they didn't rush home. Rather, Chloe asked if they could walk around, since they were so close to Second High School. They ended up walking around the campus. Honey, I had a great time tonight. That makes me happier than anything. Jack rubbed her hair. The truth is, I don't need any presents or surprises for my birthday. All I want is to be with you and the kids. I'll be with you every birthday from now on. But Pudding and Little Bean will get married one day, Chloe said, feeling a little sad. Even so, they can still celebrate your birthday. Haha, you're right. They can bring their boyfriends. It'll be great. Jack nodded with a smile. However, something weird flashed in his eyes. Is something on your mind, honey? Yeah. Tell me. Chloe, do you know how many people I've stopped from kidnapping you over the last 2 months? Jack suddenly changed the subject. Chloe didn't respond. Jack then said, word for word, 36 people, of which 20 were skilled assassins, and the rest were retired mercenaries. They were lurking near the hospital, on your way to and from work, at the twins' school, and even at Sky Blessing Court. Hearing this shocked Chloe. Are you surprised? I didn't think there'd be so many people. If Jack didn't tell her, she would have never guessed that so many people had tried to kidnap her. So, honey, I was so worried that you'll get exposed, and now you have... More hardships will be waiting for our family down the road. Are you afraid? Chloe shook her head. No, I know you'll protect me. I will. Even if we die, we'll die together. Jack held Chloe's hand tightly and with determination. Ian, Nalo, the human traffickers, and whoever saved Andrew. So many people and powerful forces are trying to take Chloe away from him. Jack was always on alert. He was worried that if he relaxed, he wouldn't be able to protect Chloe. Come on, be optimistic, okay? We're going to live until we're 100 years old. They're the ones who are going to die. Jack smiled. Honey, I don't want to drag other people down with us. If worse comes to worst and all they want is me so they can control my dad, I'll go. You just have to protect Little Bean and Pudding. I can't do that. You can for the kids. I won't. I never will. If I learned anything over the years, it's that I can't live without you. If you were in my shoes and I were the one dying, do you think you'll find happiness in being alive? Honey, I never want to be apart from you again. I'm scared. Chloe put her arms around Jack's neck and hugged him tightly, as if she was worried that he might disappear at any moment. I thought you wanted me to protect the children. Jack laughed. I was pretending to be brave. Don't take me so seriously, okay? You're such a kid. Jack lovingly rubbed Chloe's head. Then, the couple headed home. The next morning, it was Chloe's birthday, and the party began at 7:30. She didn't have anything to do at home, so she decided to head over to Southside. On her way, she made a public post in the group chat. Notice, to those who are attending my birthday party tonight, please do not bring any presents. We will have guards outside. You only need your phones and nothing else. Those who bring presents will be asked to leave. Haha, what a great announcement. I can save money this year, Sarah said. I guess I'll have to save your present for you next year then, Victoria chimed in. Chloe, that's not fair for you. We'd be eating and drinking for free, Cody joked. It's okay. The Dawson family is rich enough to afford a meal. Don't hold back, Chloe responded. Wait, Chloe, the Cruz family is hosting your party. You can't tell people to not hold back. Max jumped out to blame Chloe's generosity. Max, so what if Chloe doesn't hold back? If you don't keep me happy, I'm going to ask you for a bigger betrothal gift, Avery defended Chloe. Ha ha, Avery, I'm kidding. Don't take me so seriously. This is the first time we're holding Chloe's party. It's a serious matter. Yes, ma'am. Justin was right. The only person Max listened to nowadays was Avery. After some back and forth in the group, Sarah suddenly said, "Wait, why didn't Justin say anything? Don't tell me you got her a present." Only then did the rest of the group notice that Justin indeed hadn't said anything since Chloe's group post. "Why would I when I know you'll cue me in?" Justin responded suddenly. Everyone laughed out loud at Justin's remark. "Justin, what did you buy Dr. Green this year? Gold bars or gold bricks? A cruise boat or a rocket?" Sarah teased. "I prepared a big present this year." Tell us, come on." "Yeah, Justin always surprises us with awesome presents. What did you buy this year?" Everyone in the group was curious. They also knew that Jack was okay with this. After all, he was in the group chat as well. "Sis, I bet you 1 pack of spicy strips that Handsome Cooper bought Mommy a really expensive gift this year. Maybe some ancient porcelain piece or a painting by Baishi?" Little Bean asked. "I have a feeling that he'll surprise everyone this year." "Why do you say that?" Little Bean didn't understand. "It's how Handsome Cooper does things. The more he shows off, the more it means that he doesn't have anything good in store," Pudding analyzed. "I don't believe you. You don't know Handsome Cooper that well. Let's bet on it." "Do you still have money to make bets with me?" "I do! Grandpa gave me $500 yesterday. I haven't used it yet." Little Bean happily took out $500 from her little purse. "Wow, $500? That's a lot of money," Pudding said sarcastically. Although she wasn't interested in Little Bean's money, she still agreed to Little Bean's bet because she wanted to show Little Bean that she was right. Just as everyone waited by their phones for Justin's present, he sent a small video to the group chat. It was of him singing Happy Birthday, with his tone-deaf singing. After watching the video, Sarah urged, "Justin, come on, tell us what you prepared this year." "I just did." Victoria, "Don't tell me that your present to Chloe is a happy birthday song." "Bingo, Dr. Victoria." The group was completely speechless. Pudding calmly reached out her hand and looked at Little Bean. "Pay up." "Seriously, what a waste of my money." "A bet's a bet." "Fine, take it all. I'm going to have a serious conversation with Handsome Cooper later. What kind of gift is that?" At the same moment, Chloe was laughing her head off in the car. She couldn't help but exclaim, "He sure is talented." To her surprise, Justin tricked them all this morning. As conversations began to wrap up, Chloe sent another warning. "Listen up, guys. I'm not kidding. If you really bring presents, I will heartlessly chase you away. Just bring your phones. You can take photos and stuff. But if I buy you a phone, then I can get into the party successfully, right?" Brenton's sudden question tickled everyone's bones again. Chloe, "Dr. Victoria, discipline your husband. How dare he?" "My husband's right. It's a good idea." "I'm going to tell security to confiscate Victoria and her husband's phones," Chloe pretended to say in a serious tone. Time passed by quickly as they chatted in the group. As they were about to arrive at Southside, Chloe received a private message from Anne. "President Green, happy birthday." "Thank you, Anne. See you and Justin tonight." "We'll be there. I was wondering if Fiona will be coming today?" "Truth be told, Anne, I'm not completely sure. Fiona hasn't been in contact with me. I haven't even had the chance to give her the gift you got her. I don't have an answer for you about tonight." "Okay then, thanks, President Green," Anne said, feeling slightly disappointment. Chloe walked into the hospital as always. However, as soon as she walked into the lobby, she heard a bang, and then paper fireworks. She looked up to see all the Southside employees lined up in 2 rows and calling out in unison, "Vice Director Green, happy birthday! We wish you eternal youth." Unprepared, Chloe was completely surprised. Just as she was about to recover, she saw Director Richard, who she hadn't seen in a long time, walk out from behind the crowd wearing a white lab coat. "Director Richard, you are here too?" Chloe called out in surprise, since she wasn't notified of his arrival. "As Southside's most outstanding doctor and vice director, I have a present for you," Director Richard said as he handed Chloe a flag that said, A great doctor rids patients of diseases quietly but surely. Director Richard, I consider this a present to you on behalf of myself and all the employees at Southside." Then, Director Richard took out another most favored doctor flag and put it around Chloe's neck. At this moment, Chloe felt like she was floating in the clouds. Never in her life did she think that one day an entire hospital would clap and give her flowers. She was happy and grateful that not only herself, but also others acknowledged her hard work. Throughout her life, she'd worked hard to become the doctor she was today. Although she was now the vice director, she still visited the departments she used to work in and discussed cases with the doctors. She never considered herself a saint. After all, doctors were supposed to save lives. But at this moment, she felt incredibly satisfied because her hard work was appreciated. "We love you, Vice Director Green," the crowd again called out in unison. Chloe smiled shyly, trying to hold back tears. She felt nothing but gratitude. Director adjusted his glasses, looked at Chloe, and said slowly, "Chloe, thank you for working so hard for all these years. You've participated in and witnessed Southside's rise, you motivated the medical circle, and you have become the city's star doctor. All the medical workers in the city are proud of you." "Director Richard, I'm not all that. It's my job, and I earn a salary," Chloe said, feeling undeserving of the compliments she received. "Don't be modest. We all know the work you do. Anyways, I hope you can continue to grow with Southside." Upon hearing this, Chloe wasn't sure how to respond. Her original plan was to quit her job at Southside after giving birth to their baby boy. She wanted to help Jack out at GK. However, it was obvious that Director Richard wanted to empower her with more authority. "Director Richard, the truth is—" Chloe gritted her teeth and was about to tell him her thoughts when Director Richard cut in. "Chloe, it's time for me to retire. My request to retire has been approved, and I will be leaving my post soon." "You're retiring? So soon?" Chloe had been so busy at the hospital that she didn't even notice that Director Richard was nearing retirement age. "I'm an old man now, and can't stay in this position forever. I already submitted a request to promote you to director. The board thinks you're too young to take the spot, but I think you'll be fine. Once I retire, you'll be the one managing the first hospital in Southside. These hospitals are my life's work. I see them as my children." "Where do you plan to go after you retire?" "I'll probably go to the States and live with Lisa. Her and her husband's clinic is doing well. She knows I can't stay at home and do nothing, so she told me to go help them out." "Are you really leaving?" Chloe didn't want Director Richard to leave. She was so lucky to have him as her boss for the last few years. "All good things must come to an end, and the sun has got to set someday. I'd rather give young people like you the opportunities," Director Richard said as he patted Chloe on the shoulder. Chloe was still recovering, even after she got to her office. "Sister Chloe, once you become the director, you'll be the big boss. Are you happy?" Violet asked with excitement. "The truth is, I'm worried that I won't do well," Chloe answered honestly. "You'll be fine. You're already doing a director's work. Over the last year or so, Director Richard attended one conference after another, and you've basically been doing his work. So, the best candidate for his job once he retires is you. You'll probably be the youngest hospital director in the country. You're in your 20s and already managing the 2 biggest hospitals in the city. Imagine how shocked people will be to see this on your resume." Violet was a quiet person who rarely showed her happiness, but she was sincerely happy for Chloe. Chloe, on the other hand, didn't really care if she was promoted to director. All she cared about was her love for the job. The truth is, she wasn't surprised that Director Richard would hand over his throne to her. However, she had just promised Jack that she would go and help out at GK. Was she going to break her promise already? Would Jack be disappointed with her? As these thoughts crossed her mind, Chloe felt indecisive. She wanted to tell Director Richard to hire an outside director, but he had so much confidence in her. Chloe couldn't bring herself to let Director Richard down. "I never thought I was that good. I'm happy with what I have." "Sister Chloe, Cody and I got you a present." "I said no gifts. Do you want to be kicked off the boat?" Chloe smiled. "It's nothing expensive. It's the thought that counts, right?" Violet said as she took out a small red box from her white lab coat. She opened it to reveal a small longevity necklace. It's made of silver, so it's cheap, don't worry. Cody engraved the words onto the necklace. He said that way it's meaningful. Chloe looked down at the longevity bracelet. The words engraved into it were safe and happy. Violet had worked with Chloe long enough to know the latter's temper very well. She knew Chloe wouldn't refuse the gift. It wasn't expensive, and Cody had engraved it himself. Allow me to thank Uncle Cody and Auntie Violet on behalf of their nephew. Chloe accepted the gift with a smile. Suddenly, someone knocked on the door. Vice Director Green, a patient wants a consultation from you specifically. Do you have time? A doctor shouted outside Chloe's office. Sister Chloe, let me get you out of it. Violet got up to leave, but Chloe stopped her. It's fine. The patient must know me to ask for me. Tell them to come in. But will you be okay? I'll be okay. There are herds of bodyguards outside. Chloe smiled. Plus, she was no longer the weak woman who couldn't protect herself. She had a poisonous bug and silver needle. She felt more and more like one of those doctors in the historical TV shows. She always gave a chance to the patients who wanted a consultation with her. To her surprise, however, it was Zion who showed up. Do you even remember who Zion was? He was an old-time movie star who had been in love with Chloe for a while now. They were not friends, but they were not enemies either. Zion was usually active in Capital City, and it had been a while since Chloe saw him. If he didn't come see her, she would have forgotten that he existed. Zion walked in with a bouquet of lilies. Happy birthday, Dr. Green. Did you come all the way here just to wish me a happy birthday? Chloe asked, narrowing her eyes. I haven't seen you in a while, yet you're still so egotistic. I would never come just for you, if I did. Would you pay for my return ticket? Ha, I'm just pulling your leg. I'm actually here to advertise my new movie and was passing through the city. I heard that Max is throwing you a birthday bash on a boat. You have a new movie coming out? Chloe changed the subject. I try to make at least one movie a year. A man's gotta eat. Zion smiled. You're a movie star, you'll be fine. Movie star? Don't make fun of me. I'm an old man now. People 30 years younger than I am have debuted. Actors born in the 1970s are as good as a sinking boat. Acting skills are what matters. You're more than an idol. You're an actor as well. Hey, I've never heard you compliment me like that. I guess my decision to come here was correct. Thank you for coming to see me. You're almost due, aren't you? Zion asked. Yes, I'm a couple months out. Wow, you're almost the mother of 3. How time flies. Yet you're still a single man, you should get a move on. Chloe smiled. Your words are still sharp as a knife. Haha. Zion could now face Chloe earnestly. He really liked her. From the initial pure curiosity to getting to know Chloe as a person, Zion had come to admire Chloe from the bottom of his heart. However, he no longer lusted after her. This was because the more he got to know Chloe, the more he came to the realization that he wasn't good enough for her. If someone like Justin couldn't get her, then how was he, a mere actor, supposed to? How long are you here for? My flight's tonight. You're not coming to the party? Chloe gave Zion a half-invitation. Nope. I'm worried your husband will feel jealous seeing his old nemesis. Trust me, if he's okay with Justin, he'll be okay with you. Gosh, you shouldn't bully a single man like me. You should take care of yourself. There's going to be a lot of people on the boat tonight. What if someone gets on and tries to hurt you? You should be careful, Zion warned Chloe, word for word. What do you mean? Chloe immediately understood that Zion had other intentions behind coming here today. Chloe, I know we're not really friends, and I shouldn't interfere too much with your life. But when I hear things that concern you, I still worry about you. I don't know if my intel is accurate, but I heard Brenny somehow got an invitation to your party. You guys are enemies, right? If she appears at your birthday party, something bad's bound to happen. You should take care of yourself. Where did you get this information? Brenny's been spending a lot of time with an investor. I think she wants his money or something. I heard someone talk about it over a commercial dinner. Zion, thank you for telling me this. Although Chloe knew Brenny wasn't going to stop, she was still grateful that Zion told her about this. Don't thank me. I just feel bad for you, and can't believe that people are trying to hurt you despite your giant belly. Be careful, all right? I will. Oh, right. I have a friend who's new to the entertainment circle. She's pretty good and graduated from the dance academy. If you have the time, see if you can get her into something. Shouldn't you ask Justin for help instead? Zion laughed. I don't want her to start so high, so I'd rather she reach success step by step. You're a mature and far-sighted woman. Stop complimenting me. Sounds good. Give me your friend's name and phone number. I'll see what I can do. I'll send it to you. Chloe then took out her phone and sent Melody's information to Zion, and the latter left the hospital. The fact that he came to see Chloe and treated her with honesty left Chloe thankful. As for Brenny? What could she do to Chloe? Brenny couldn't hurt Chloe even at the height of her status, so what could she do now? Brenny was a mere ownerless dog these days. On the other side of town, upon hearing that Chloe wasn't accepting birthday presents, Melody wasn't sure what to do. If she didn't bring anything, she would feel bad. But what if she brought something and was denied entry into the party? She almost made a promise to Justin that she wanted to keep. After some thought, Melody ran out during lunchtime and ended up inside a large infant store in the heart of downtown. Miss, what are you looking for, and can I help you? I'm looking for clothes for a newborn child. Do you carry any? We do. There's a newborn package with clothes, pants, hats, socks, and gloves. There's 11 outfits in here. Are there colors for boys? There's blue and yellow. Melody thought for a moment and nodded her head. I'll take the blue set. The blue set is $1,980. That's so expensive. Melody was surprised how much baby clothes cost. We're a multinational brand. We can promise you the best quality. Okay then, can you pack this up? Just like that, Melody bought Chloe's unborn child a nice newborn package. Although this gift wasn't expensive to Chloe, it was more than a month spending money for Melody. She had been living a frugal life. She didn't accept money from Justin's mother because she wanted to live with dignity. Just as Melody was walking out the door, a man called her by her name. Melody. Is it Justin again? I've been seeing him a lot, it seems, Melody muttered to herself as she turned around. However, to her surprise, it wasn't Justin. Oh, it's you! Melody was surprised by the sight of Lin Hong. You're alone? Yeah. Have you eaten? No. Let's go eat something. With that, before Melody could reply, Lin Hang led the way. Hey, I don't want to eat anything. I still have something to do. Later. Lin Hang didn't seem to hear anything Melody said. Instead, he brought her to a popular beef soup place. It was a tiny restaurant. Hi, Lin. You brought your girlfriend today? The auntie at the restaurant seemed to know Lin Hong quite well. No, just a friend. Lin Hong's face ruddied. Auntie, we'll have 2 bowls of beef soup rice. Got it. The restaurant owner turned around to start cooking. What do you want to drink? Pop is fine. Lin Hong stood up and grabbed 2 pop bottles from the fridge. He then opened up the bottle for Melody. Is this place good? Melody looked around and saw a space of less than 60 square meters, jam-packed with people. There was even a line beginning to form outside the door. You'll find out soon. Fine. Melody looked down and didn't say more. Why did you buy baby clothes? Are you pregnant? What? You're the pregnant one. Melody looked up and glared at Lin Hong. I'm just joking. Don't be so serious, Lin Hong said with a straight face, drinking his pop. Your joke isn't funny at all. Ahem. Lin Hong felt awkward. This woman was difficult to talk to. She was not as easy to please as Rory. That girl laughed at every joke he came up with. Soon after, the owner brought out the 2 bowls and delivered them the food. Melody had originally wanted to head straight to Southside to give Chloe the gift. She wasn't expecting to meet Lin Hang, or to be taken by force to some beef soup place. How does it taste? Lin Hang asked. Honestly, not bad. Melody became addicted after a few bites. She kept her head down and kept stuffing her mouth, without a care in the world about her idol image. Lin Hang, on the other hand, kept his eyes on her, his gaze speaking of something indescribable. Melody, how old are you? Why? Just asking. Younger than you. You're older than Rory, right? I'm definitely not as young as Rory. Older is better, more mature. What are you murmuring about? Melody couldn't hear what Lin Heng was saying. Thanks for your help at the police station. Why are you thanking me? You should thank Rory. If it weren't for her finding her uncle. Melody caught herself before she said too much, immediately shutting up. I know that her uncle is Justin. You do? Melody was surprised. Of course, I've always known. That's also why I've never planned to become friends with Rory. I'm a car mechanic. How could I match up to someone in the Cooper family? Don't say that. It's the 21st century now, and no one cares about leagues anymore. Rory's feelings toward you. Before Melody could finish, Lin Heng chimed in. He looked up at her eyes and stared. Melody, be my girlfriend? Ahem, ahem, ahem. Melody almost spat out the soup in her mouth. Are you okay? Lin Heng passed over the napkins immediately. I'm okay, ha ha. Bro, you're so funny. Melody laughed awkwardly. That's not a joke, Melody. I'm beginning to have feelings for you. I know I don't have much, but I'll do my best to give you everything. Are you willing to be with me? Wait, Rory has liked you for a very long time. Do you know about that? Melody asked. I know. Then you should be with her. I don't like her. Feelings are weird. I've known Rory for so long, but I still don't feel anything towards her. But towards you. I've only met you a couple of times, but I've already fallen for you. If today's chance meeting didn't happen, I would have confessed to you soon anyway. I'm from the north, and I'm very direct. I don't like to hide my feelings, so, hopefully, I didn't scare you. I am indeed a little startled, if I'm being honest. Melody didn't know what to say. She had never ever imagined receiving a confession in the middle of a raucous little restaurant. How was he so calm, even when confessing? Don't be scared. We'll be together if you want to. If you don't, I won't force you. I know we're just street rats, but my brothers are really sensible. Then why did you guys get Rory drunk before? What was that about? Melody immediately questioned him about the previous incident. That was Rory. She was mad at me, so she drank a lot. I promise I didn't force her. Fine. Even so, it's still too sudden. Lin Heng, we don't even know each other. What does that have to do with liking each other? I've just never even thought about it. Plus, if Rory found out, she'd be really sad. I'll deal with Rory. After all, I've never dated her. Don't worry about it. The problem is, I'm not really planning on dating you. Melody tried her best to convince him. You don't like me? Is it because I'm poor? Lin Heng felt a little self-conscious. Melody was a beauty. Plus, she graduated from the dance academy, so even with her ordinary family, she was still from a good background. Now that she was an Imperial star, it would only be days before she became famous. He knew that she was way out of his league. However, he really couldn't control himself. The happiness he felt every time he saw Melody was too real. No, it has nothing to do with money. I'm not tooting my own horn. But even if you were some rich kid and drove nice cars and you owned mansions, I would still reject your confession. To put it simply, you don't like Rory because you don't like her. I feel the same towards you. I see. Lin Heng felt a little dejected. Ma'am, how much? Altogether is $48. The restaurant owner looked at both Melody and Lin Heng. Here's $50. No change needed. I loved your food. With that, Melody left a $50 bill and walked out. Actually, it was more like she was running away. Lin Heng stayed in place, not catching up to her. This was the first time he'd ever confessed to someone in his life, and he was rejected so quickly. Lin, don't you like Rory? Sensing something, the female store owner tried to throw in her 2 cents. Lin Heng laughed but didn't reply. It was something only he could understand. Melody raced back to work in a taxi, afraid to get scolded by her boss. At the entrance of the building, however, she ran into Justin. Literally. President Cooper. President Cooper. Here, take this. Without any explanation, Melody stuffed the huge baby gift basket into Justin's arms, attracting the attention of all the passing employees. They looked at Justin like they were observing something bizarre. What was going on between President Cooper and the company's newbie? Why were they holding a gift basket for a baby? What's the meaning of this? Melody? Justin furrowed his brows. President Cooper, please take this to Chloe for me. Thank you very much. With that, Melody clasped her hands and ran back to her department. Justin was dead in his tracks with a gigantic gift basket in his arms, attracting the attention of all his employees. What are you all looking at? Don't you have work to do? Justin was beyond pissed. Afraid of their boss, all the employees scurried back to work, too scared to say more. Here, you take it. Feeling beyond awkward, Justin gave the gift to Anne. President Cooper, I don't want to hold it either. It was rare for Anne to disobey his boss, but as a man's man, he couldn't allow himself to hold the feminine gift basket. Oh? You're not listening to me anymore? Do you want me to bring you to the birthday party or not? Do you want to see your precious Fiona or not? Justin immediately went for Anne's weakness. President Cooper, how could you threaten me like that? We're both guys. The gift basket isn't a good look for any of us. Why don't we throw it in the garbage? Anne came up with a brilliant idea. Good idea. Throw it in that trash can, Justin ordered Anne. However, before they could perform the action, Melody's call came through. President Cooper, I got that gift for Sister Chloe's baby. If you don't give it to her and dare to throw it away, you'll have to pay me 100 times the amount back. I spent $1,980 on it, so you'll have to give me $198,000 later. Are you here to take my money? Justin snapped. Haha, the decision's yours. I know that you have the money to repay me, but if Sister Chloe finds out that you threw my gift into the trash, she'll be so sad. Don't try to scare me. Chloe hasn't seen the gift yet. How could she get sad? Justin rolled his eyes. Sorry, but I've already sent her a picture of the gift when I bought it. She already knows about it. Holy, Melody, how come I didn't see this evil side of you before? Haha, great minds think alike, right? Anyway, the decision is yours, boss. Melody watched Justin and Anne's steps toward the garbage through the window from a higher floor. So she immediately gave Justin a warning. Sure enough, Justin really didn't care about the money. He was worried that Chloe would get sad. After Melody's call, Justin waved his hands at Anne to stop him. Don't throw it away. Give it to me. President Cooper, are we really going to take it to President Green? Let's just go. Justin held on to the big gift basket, kept his head down, and hurried his pace towards the entrance. Satisfied, Melody smiled and returned to her work. She suddenly remembered something. Was Lin Hang's confession to her real? Was it a dream? Would it cause trouble later on? What if Rory found out? As she got lost in her thoughts, Melody suddenly saw a group of staff huddled together. What's happening? What's everyone looking at? Melody stopped a staff member and asked. The award-winning actor, Zion's here. I'm a huge fan. Haha. I need to get his autograph and get a picture with him. Melody finally understood what was going on. Although it was commonplace to see celebrities in Imperial Star, Zion wasn't signed under them. Plus, he had been famous for a very long time and was still one of the leading men in entertainment, so he had a lot of dedicated fans. Melody didn't like the crowd, so she watched them from afar, doing what she was supposed to do. So, who's Melody? Zion looked around, smiling. Melody was in the middle of organizing files when the sound of Zion's voice made her hands shake. Melody, a big celebrity's calling for you. Come here. The department head waved Melody over at the sight of her reluctance to move. Melody put down her files and walked over. You're Melody? Zion looked the girl up and down. Indeed, she was impressive. He trusted Chloe's recommendations. Yes. Oh, do you want to act? Zion's direct tone turned everyone's attention onto Melody. They stared at her in bewilderment. Yes. Melody decided to be frank. Why pretend and make things appear more fake? Big brother Zion, she's just a rookie doing temporary work in our department. Don't take her words too seriously. The department head interjected, afraid that Melody's words would anger Zion. The latter paid the department head no mind, however. Zion looked at Melody and asked, How good are you at crying? Not bad. Show it to me. Your 1 minute starts now. With that, Zion looked down at his watch. Hearing this, everyone prepared themselves for a good laugh. The woman was sure to embarrass herself. Crying within 1 minute was nothing for a professional actor, but for a rookie who'd never acted or been professionally trained, It was almost impossible. They all thought that Zion had been instructed by someone to give Melody a hard time, so they were all getting ready to laugh at her. Much to their surprise, however, tears rolled down her cheeks before even 10 seconds passed. The audience gasped in shock. "Not bad," Zion nodded at her, impressed. "So, big celebrity, I've passed your acting test. What's your goal here?" Melody knew that a multi-award-winning celebrity wouldn't be bored enough to tease her. From the moment he called her name, she knew that he was here for a reason. At first, she'd thought that he was sent here by Yaru to embarrass her, but looking into Zion's eyes, the man didn't seem the least bit mean. "I've gotten into producing recently and am in charge of a Dynasty Palace drama. The female lead's been selected and now we're missing the second female lead. It's a palace concubine role, the antagonist of the series. Interested?" The crowd erupted in shock. "Big Brother Zion." The department head was dumbfounded as well. Melody? A complete rookie with zero experience? Even getting a role as a servant was a dream, not to mention getting invited by Zion to act as the second female lead. Any other normal girl would have jumped in happiness given a chance like this. But Melody was as calm as could be. She thought about it for a second and asked, "Who's the male lead?" "Me," said Zion. "The casting's not bad. What about the pay?" Yes, Melody wanted to become an actress because of the money, so she was blunt as could be in front of Zion. "Melody, are you stupid? This is Mr. Zion we're talking about. You need to accept this even if it's for free," an experienced manager reminded her quietly. "That doesn't make sense. I don't have the money to give them. Plus, as an actor, it's normal to get paid for your work. Why shouldn't I ask about the pay?" "No problem at all. How about this? Regarding pay, I'll have my manager contact you." Zion wasn't angry at all. "Okay." Melody nodded, satisfied with the result. Zion smiled and turned around to leave. Melody caught up to him and asked quietly, "Who asked Mr. Zion to help me?" Zion flashed a mysterious smile. "Someone important." Watching Zion leave, Melody's brows furrowed. She had thought that it was Justin, but he was the boss. Why would he go through so many people to give her a role? By process of elimination, only one person was left. Justin wasn't planning on seeing Chloe during the day, but with the hot potato in his hands, he had to. He parked his black Lamborghini at the entrance of Southside, immediately drawing the attention of many nurses. "Young Master Cooper. Young Master Cooper, are you here to visit your mother? She didn't come to work today." "No." Chloe waved his hand, feeling awkward. Luckily, he ran into Violet near the first-floor elevators. "Is Chloe in her office?" "Yes, she is." Violet looked at the gift in Justin's hands. It's not from me. Someone asked me to give it to her," Justin explained awkwardly. "Oh, you can find her upstairs." Chloe was busy looking at a sonogram on her computer. The baby was in the wrong position. Justin knocked on the door and walked in. "I'm not accepting gifts today." Afraid that Justin would give her something expensive, Chloe immediately stopped him from talking. "It's not from me. Someone asked me to give this to you. Here, didn't you get a picture of this already? This is it." With that, Justin placed the gigantic gift basket on top of Chloe's desk, clearly irritated by Melody. "What picture?" Chloe was completely lost. "Who is this from?" Chloe asked again. Justin immediately caught on. The little girl had successfully played him once again. "Damn it, I'm going to give her a piece of my mind tonight." Justin made up his mind. "What's happening? Who gave this to you?" "Melody," Justin snapped. "Why do you look so mad? Did you give her the money?" "No, but she probably bought this with the money she cheated off of me." Justin furrowed his brows at the thought of Melody's relentless mention of money. "Ha. Sounds like you've been running into her a lot recently." "I don't want to talk about it. Do you even know the true colors of this distant cousin of yours?" "What true colors?" Chloe held up the gift basket and looked it over. It was cute, and blue was perfect for a baby boy. The girl really put a lot of thought into the gift. "She's a complete gold digger. She only knows money. I've never met a girl more materialistic than her." "Well, now you have." "Hey, are you mocking me?" "Haha, I wouldn't dare to mock our Justin. Ruthless and quiet, what if you murder me?" What are you talking about? You're the last person I would murder. Justin mumbled the last part of his sentence so Chloe didn't hear it clearly. All right, I won't take up more of your time. I'm leaving. See you tonight. Justin didn't want to stay longer. Melody had completely destroyed his good mood. After Justin left, Chloe received a message from Melody. Chloe, the gift is for the baby, not for your birthday. So, you can't reject it. Did that idiot Justin deliver it to you safely? Chloe couldn't help but laugh. Yes, it's here. Thank you for your gift, Melody. Thank you from the baby. Young madam, your delivery. The bodyguard scanned the package for explosives and dangerous contents before passing it to Chloe. The box was incredibly delicate. Atop of it was white lace tied into a butterfly knot, beautiful and dreamy. Chloe looked over the package and found no sender information. Only her name and the hospital's name were on it. The mysterious atmosphere around the package made Chloe anxious. She couldn't describe the feeling, but it was as if someone had placed a heavy rock atop her lungs. Chloe opened the package carefully. It was a piece of clothing. More accurately, it was a wedding dress. It lied there quietly, a bundle of white. The suffocating feeling became more and more intense. Her intuition told her to throw it away, to pretend that she'd never received the gift, but her curiosity told her to unfold the mystery. Licking her parched lips, Chloe lifted up the white dress in one go with one hand. Her heart stopped. It really was. The wedding dress Andrew forced her to wear during their bizarre wedding at the cliff. Because Andrew had designed it as a young boy, the wedding dress was especially meaningful to him. Receiving the dress on a day like this? What did it mean? Could it be? Andrew was back? Chloe's heart shook at the thought. She wasn't afraid of Andrew. She was afraid of what Andrew had turned into. She was afraid that he'd been overtaken by Hunter. Looking closer, sure enough, there was blood at the heart of the dress. Although it wasn't noticeable, as a doctor, Chloe still couldn't miss it. It was as if the drop of blood had been placed deliberately. Chloe immediately threw the wedding dress onto the ground, the memories of Andrew and her imprisonment on his island flooding her mind. Although it was midday, Chloe couldn't help but shiver from the intense bouts of chills she felt. "Violet! Violet!" Chloe panicked. She called out Violet's name like her life depended on it. "Sister Chloe, what's wrong?" At the sound of Chloe's cries, Violet immediately entered the room. She didn't even have the time to mind her manners. Instead, she directly called Chloe's sister Chloe. "Violet, hurry. Throw this thing away. Throw it away as far as possible. No, actually burn it. Hurry up and burn it." "Chloe, whose is it? Why are we burning it?" Although medical professions were not usually superstitious, it was common knowledge that family members burned their deceased loved ones' clothes as a tradition. This was why Violet found it strange that Chloe wanted to burn clothes. "Then throw it away. Throw it far away," Chloe emphasized. "Sister Chloe, are you all right? What's wrong with this dress? What's happening?" Violet didn't know what was going on. "A psycho sent it. It's okay." Chloe placed her hands on her chest, still nervous. "Okay, I'll take it away. Don't be scared. I'm right outside. Call me if you need anything." "All right." Chloe finally managed to calm down a little bit after Violet took the wedding dress away. Just as she sat down in her chair, the office phone began to ring. For whatever reason, Chloe felt that the call was too much of a coincidence. After a long while of ringing, she finally picked up the phone. "Vice Director of Southside, Chloe speaking." Chloe tried her hardest to calm down. "Happy birthday to you." "Happy birthday to you." A man's voice sounded from the phone. His voice was strange. It was as if he had something stuck in his throat. "Who is this?" Chloe's birthday was public knowledge. Even many fans on Weibo remembered her birthday, so it wasn't exactly strange. "Little sister Chloe, did you get my gift?" the man asked after finishing the birthday song. Chloe froze. Before she could reply, the man snickered and continued, "Little sister Chloe, happy birthday. I've missed you." "Andrew, stop trying to scare me. Come out if you dare. I'm not afraid of you." Chloe roared into the phone, but the other person hung up the phone quickly. It was probably to avoid GPS tracking. Chloe checked the phone number and discovered that it was a serial number. It was impossible to trace. The birthday present and the bizarre phone call, however, was enough to tell Chloe that Andrew was behind all of this. He didn't die. He was saved by someone mysterious on that day and disappeared ever since. Chloe knew, however, that he'd never leave her alone as long as he was alive. The history between her and Andrew, everything that happened between them, there was no way that it would end if he was still alive. After a long while of messy thoughts, Chloe sat down, unable to focus on anything else. This birthday was proving to be a scary one. Ever since she found out that the kidnappers still had people after her, Chloe made sure to stay alert. She had her eyes on her surroundings all the time and watched her kids constantly. Of course, she also kept a close eye on Thomas and her mother. She was simply too afraid of another attack. Before Fiona left, she emphasized over and over again the importance of staying low-key. However, with her birthday celebration coming up, even though it was too grand of a gesture, she couldn't refuse Max and Avery's good intentions. Chloe knew, however, that the less low-key she was, and the more public they made the event, the more likely she'd be a target of her enemies. She didn't even recognize some of them. But nonetheless, they still wanted to capture her, or kill her. After Violet returned from throwing out the dress, she ran into Elsie. The latter was donning a patient scrub. "Violet, what are you doing?" "Oh, I'm handling some stuff for the vice director." "What stuff?" "Oh, just some unwanted lab coats." Violet didn't say much. "Oh, all right then. I'll see you on the boat after work." Elsie made it look like she was close to Chloe, so Violet didn't suspect anything. Once there was some distance between her and Violet, Elsie walked toward the dump site. She grabbed the white bridal gown and stuffed it inside a plastic bag. A remote corner in the hospital. "Commander, please check this bridal gown. Chloe seems off." Elsie then snapped some photos of the gown and placed the dress back to where she'd found it. This was to prevent Chloe from getting suspicious if she ever decided to look for the dress. After 3 minutes, the commander replied to Elsie. "Chloe was wearing it during the kidnapping by Andrew next to the cliff wedding." "But why is there blood on it?" Elsie was confused. "Maybe it's a warning of some sort, or a threat." "So, does this confirm Andrew's appearance?" "Not exactly. Maybe someone's pulling a prank," the commander replied. "Not likely. Chloe's been acting weird the entire afternoon. Her assistant's been acting anxious too. I think there's something going on." "It's not necessarily bad news if Andrew's really back. I really want to know who rescued him. After all, even Fiona didn't pose a threat to them. Maybe they could be of use to us in the future." The commander seemed ambitious, even wanting to team up with the people behind Andrew. "Then what should I do tonight?" "Go with the original plan, but make sure to be extra careful. Tonight, there will be a lot going on in the ship." The commander emphasized every word. Elsie was excited too. She could sense that something big was about to happen. Thanks for tuning in to the Cool Audio Podcast. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with a fellow story lover. Until next time, stay cool and keep listening.